Now, I'm a huge fan of several of these different Nasdaq 100 high income ETFs. Names like the JP Morgan Nasdaq Equity Premium Income ETF have been in my portfolio for several years now, and names like the NEOS Nasdaq 100 high income ETF have quickly become a massive portion of my overall portfolio. Now, names like these in this list offer the potential for huge income generation because the Nasdaq 100 offers a nice amount of volatility, but also the Nasdaq 100 historically has performed very well, so you have a nice mix of stability and still some high income potential with some growth potential also. Now in this video, I'm going to share with you 3 of my favorite Nasdaq high income ETFs as of right now across the entire market. I'm talking about TDAQ, QQQi, and my other favorite GPIQ. We're going to go through all 3 of these ETFs, talk about what they are, what they have to offer, and then later on stack them up next to each other side to side and see which one is best. So if this sort of thing interests you at all, make sure to stick around, drop a like down below, and let's get right into it. My A to Z dividend investing ebook has already helped countless dividend investors get started with their journey. And my custom dividend tracker, the one I use all the time on my videos, has also helped so many investors stay organized and has actually helped them see their dividend income grow. Well, today I have something even better for you guys. When you click the first link down below in my description and you grab my A to Z dividend investing ebook, today you're not only going to get the ebook, but you're also going to be getting the custom dividend tracker, which you can use to track your own dividend income ongoingly. Get direct access to my personal email where you guys can email me any questions regarding dividend investing. You're also going to receive a link to view all of my holdings inside my 7-figure dividend portfolio and see all the positions I add and take away ongoingly. And you're going to get for absolutely free my brand new high yield dividend investing ebook where I show you the power of maximizing some of these high yielding ETFs and teach you everything there is to know about that also. This is going to be your one shot to grab everything inside of one single bundle, but you got to move quick because I'm not going to offer this for long. Now with all that, let's get back into the video. Now first off, going through TDAQ, the Tap Alpha Innovation 100 Growth and Daily Income ETF. If you guys have been following along with my recent videos, I've been talking a lot more about this one and have desperately been trying to add more of this one in my portfolio if we see a buy the dip opportunity, just because it's still a little bit expensive. Now it says the Tap Alpha Innovation 100 Growth and Daily Income ETF. The fund sees current income while maintaining prospects for capital appreciation. The fund's secondary investment objective is to seek exposure to the performance of the Invesco QQQ Trust 1 series, subject to a limit on potential investment gains. Now this ETF has the largest distribution rate out of all 3 of the ETFs that we're talking about. The yield for this one is 17.41%. This is a ton of income generation potential. And because this ETF utilizes a short duration option strategy, it does make sense that there is going to be at least potentially a lot more income to squeeze out. Now the next ETF, another one of my favorites as of right now, if we're talking Nasdaq 100 premium income, is going to be GPIQ. I like this ETF specifically because they do not rate calls over the entire portfolio, which means there is going to be a lot more participation when rising markets happen, and with the Nasdaq 100, you can be sure that that's probably going to happen at some point. Now this ETF, as far as yield goes, only offers a 9.64% trailing 12-month yield, but as far as growth goes, or growth potential, this ETF out of a lot of the other Nasdaq 100 high income ETFs is probably going to outperform as far as price performance goes. Now the last Nasdaq 100 high income ETF, that's one of my favorites, is of course one of my largest holdings across my entire portfolio, QQQy, the NEOS Nasdaq 100 high income ETF, which offers a 14.31% distribution rate. Now, this ETF offers a nice mixture of stability as far as NAV goes, but also this ETF has paid a ton of income, around 60-61 cents per share per month on average, and this is all the way back since this ETF started trading. Now before we go through the final result and we stack up all 3 of my favorite Nasdaq 100 high income ETFs and see which one is best as far as performance goes, if you guys want to see me dig deeper into TDAQ, into GPIQ, or QQQi, I talk about these names all the time on my channel, and I've even created individual videos about them, so definitely check out some other videos after this one. But there's only one last thing to do, and that's to compare all these ETFs with total return being the metrics. So this is all the price performance, all the income, everything included. On the max time frame, we can only go back until September because TDAQ has not been trading all that long. But since September, using total return as the metric, over this time frame, TDAQ has returned 6.91%, GPIQ 6.16%, and the NEOS ETF 5.04%. So over this time frame, TDAQ is outperforming by a small amount. But if we look over a longer time frame, over the past several years now, GPIQ has been trading the longest since about October of 2023, where over this time frame, GPIQ has offered 67.4% total return. Not bad whatsoever. If you were to annualize out all these different ETFs just based off of their max performance, just based off of the max time frame we have to go off of, TDAQ would be the best performer at 52% average return. Again, this is not going to be for certain. This is just saying what it's done so far. Then the NEOS ETF at 20.46%, and then Goldman Sachs at 28.71%. All three of these ETFs have performed very well since inception, but it is going to be interesting to see which one does perform the best over the next years. Let's say the market gets real ugly, or let's say the market trades flat for a while. It's going to be very interesting to see what happens next. Now, as a lot of you guys probably already know, this ETF right here, the NEOS Nasdaq 100 High Income ETF, is my largest position out of these three, although I am a huge fan of all three of these. And like I mentioned earlier, all these Nasdaq 100 High Income ETFs are actually in my portfolio as of right now, besides the Nasdaq 100 Enhanced Options 0DTE Income ETF. I don't think I have any of this one, but I do own all these in my portfolio as of right now. Now, before I go to a question for you guys down below, if I were to ask you to pick your all-time favorite Nasdaq 100 High Income ETF as of right now throughout the market, which one would it be and why? Let us know in the comments down below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to please drop a like in it, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks as always for stopping by, and if you are interested in investing, make sure to check out these recent videos I posted right here.